I can't stall for it. I gotta take all the fucking goddamn toothpicks out of my mouth. I can't stall for any longer, like, to see if anybody will show up to fucking co-host this shit with me. And it would have to fucking be the goddamn day I don't have fucking cigarettes, so I'm just all jittery, and I'm like, I don't want to sit here. Like, why am I sitting? This is bullshit. Fucking, I hate not having nicotine. I'm gonna put the. Fuck it. I'm gonna put this. I have literally chewed through an entire box and a half of fucking goddamn toothpicks today. I need something in my hands and mouth. And I can't just go ham on the weed. Like, fuck that. Like, I mean, I would like to go ham on the weed. That would be fucking. Ham on the weed sounds like a sandwich. Welcome to the scatter shot. I should have called this scatter shot edition instead of somewhere over the Painbow, but I didn't think of that until fucking now. I'm not perfect. I am vastly far from fucking perfect, folks. Like, if I was perfect, I'd be able to fucking set up like schedules and shit with fucking people instead of just like willy nilly randomly fucking doing shit on a fucking whim like I do. I wonder how far I could shove this toothpick up my dick hole before, like, I was like, no more. I want to test that. That doesn't seem like a good idea. That's that's the sobriety fucking talking there, folks. We gotta keep that motherfucker down. Like, you know, now it's time for a hit, I guess. Let me get a fucking toothpick that's not covered in my slobber. That's gonna be a lot harder than it sounds. Okay, here's a toothpick that's not covered in my slobber. Okay, gonna take a hit. Gonna take a hit and beat fucking sober Matt back down to the fucking basement. None of his fucking lucidity here, motherfuckers. Keeping that bitch at bay. Get on back down there. Get, get. Okay, I've suppressed him. I've suppressed him for probably another 10 to 15 minutes. So we don't have to worry about fucking. We don't have to worry about Lucid Matt rearing his fucking head anymore. He's done. He's gone. He's been banished to the fucking shadow realm of my fucking mind. I should have got more fucking tea. God damn it. I wish somebody was here so I could be like, hey, you just hypothetical other person who's here. You make with the dance and monkey shenanigans while I go get some tea. And like, I don't know, fucking other shit that like I might end up needing to go and get because to me being silent on a fucking live stream is the worst fucking thing you can do on a live stream. Like, motherfucker, people are watching this shit and you don't fucking edit your video, so to compensate for the fucking not editing, you should just fill every fucking moment of every fucking second in your video with just fucking whatever. Just fill it with shit like a mouse fucking trying to build a nest. You know what? I do have fucking Minicam. I could just be like, you know, fuck it, movie time, folks. I'm gonna wander off. Here's a movie. Fucking see ya. I could do that. I'm not going to. Because I've literally only downloaded the few things that I want to do tomorrow on a very public spanking. You know, I've never seen Legend, Annie on a Moose. I feel like I lose a lot of nerd credit by saying that, but yeah, I've never seen Legend. It's just always slipped me by somehow. Like I know of it. I've seen scenes from it. I've seen Tim Curry dressed as Satan or the Prince of Darkness or whatever the fuck he's called in that movie. I've seen the Dying Unicorn. It's weird, really Scott. It's weird, really. Ridley Scott never made any more fantasy movies. I mean, I guess Legend was kind of like. I don't think Legend was that huge of a flop. It never gets brought up. It wasn't like fucking Stanley Kubrick when he made his fucking that weird fucking artsy fartsy like period piece movie. But something Lake. What the fuck was that? No, it was something Pond. Not On Golden Pond. That's a different movie. Yes, Jason. Mainly because I don't want any information getting to scarcer Jason. Other Jason, not you. Show Jason. Because, oh boy, Barry Lyndon. Why did I say fucking. Yeah, that has nothing to do with a lake. Unless it's like the pond to Barry Lyndon. I might be thinking of a different movie then. But yeah, Barry Lyndon. Like, I know Barry Lyndon lost a fucking shit ton of money when it came out because fucking Stanley Kubrick wanted that goddamn fucking lens they used to fucking film the moon landing with. You know, Jason, you might have to be in because I'm lining up like 8 different fucking guest hosts just in case. Because of, you know, shit like this. Shit like what is happening right now. Like I might not be the best at fucking planning shit out. But I am fairly decent at preparing for worst case scenarios, which believe me, you don't want to be on the show tomorrow if it comes down to plan B and I can't make fucking goddamn videos work. I'll go ahead and spoil plan B. Plan B is creepy pasta readings. So if I can't get the video to work tomorrow on a very public spanking, we're gonna be reading some fucking creepy pastas. Oh, and I've, I've got a little folder. I've done my research. I've buried my nuts for the winter. If that was a weirdly started sexually charged but ended not sexually charged fucking comparison. Oh, it's good. It's full. It's basically back to normal. Oh, oh my. Oh, JC, you just gave me the most evil idea ever. Oh, I know what we could do tomorrow. We could do Doki Doki Literature Club. Oh my god, that would. Ooh. 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 Oh. Ooh, yes. I mean, you can fucking rush through Doki Doki Literature Club in fucking under 4 hours. So theoretically, Oh, hmm. That might be the new Plan B. I'm gonna push creepypastas back. That's Plan C now. C for creepypasta. Doki Doki's now Plan B for um Bonica. Bonica. I'll fucking think. I'll think of the name. Plan A. Plan A actually. Plan A is actually kind of its name for what I'm showing tomorrow. If I do get to show the movies. Let's just say Mad Bull 34 was a bit of a fucking test on what I can get away with schlock anime on a very public spanking. Fuck it, I've already said it. Schlock anime. We're doing schlock anime tomorrow, if I can fucking do videos. I'm sure Jason and Scarce will love that. I think I've perfected it though. I think I know what anime now to pick out for Jason and Scarce to engage with it. I gotta go more on the violence and less on the rape. You know, kinda. Also, everybody who's heard what the topic is, don't tell anybody. Loose lips stink ships. I want this to be a surprise. Mainly because I'll say this. I might be evil, but I'm fair in my evilness. Most of the movies I have picked out for tomorrow are things that I vehemently fucking hate. And yeah, Jason, I know rape is violence, but I'm talking about more the stabby, shooty, the death violence, the murder violence. But yeah, most of the fucking video, like two of them, I outright fucking despise. Yeah, I'm referring to gore. Like, Jason and Scarce, they're cool with the gore, not so much the rape. And, I can't blame them. That's why it's hard to go back and watch, like, fucking grungy 80s movies, because those fucking shitbags were like, we need to get tits in this movie. How do we do this? Oh, yeah, rape. Like, let's just throw in a rape scene. I will say, because I am going with schlock anime, couldn't completely avoid rape. It's fucking it's like trying to avoid roadkill out of a fucking it's like trying to avoid fucking roadkill hitting a roadkill on a fucking road made out of dead fucking rats. You're gonna run over a rat eventually. But I didn't get anything like Legend of the Overfiend, which is on fucking YouTube. I don't know. I don't know how Legend of the Overfiend is on YouTube, but it is. My mom just showed up. Casey, Casey. See, this is where it would be useful to have a second in here to be like, look, my dogs are freaking out because can somebody talk that where it's not like a pound in the background? Yes, Overfiend is the one with where the demon rapes the hospital to death. And that's the only way to describe it. That's the only way to describe what happens in Legend of the Overfiend. And the pound is back. Going to Pound Town. Why are you looking at me, Ginger? Yeah, more. In Legend of the Overfiend, a demon rapes a hospital. And I don't mean like it rapes everybody in the hospital. No, it rapes the building. It has sex with the building with its building-sized dick. And then nobody fucking talks about it. Nobody gives a shit. They're like, oh, well, if fucking hospital exploded because a demon dick went through it, oh, well, fucking, you know, it's a Tuesday. I'm sure they're going to raise my taxes because of that. Oh, I'm so thirsty. Wait, I have a glass of water right over here. I need to get better with that whenever I'm like, I'm making a video. I'm going to do a stream. I never have like my water or fucking like anything to drink. Yeah, there's also a weird war between beastmen and demons because beastmen they worship the demon lord but they hate the demons. It's fucking stupid. I mean, that's kind of one of the cool that's kind of one of the more endearing things about it is like yeah, it's basically just a straight up hentai. Like that's the only reason they made it is like we want to have a fucking thing where there's a lot of fucking in it. But for some fucking reason, they were like, let's give it the craziest fucking story imaginable. Let's go just 100% to fucking Banana Town. Let's just make this fucking crazy, just demons and beastmen and like I forget, was Legend of the Overfiend where the fucking where it had like the really weird homoerotic scene between like the dude that they thought was the Overfiend, but it really wasn't. Like, there's fuck it, man. Now I'm kind of regretting not picking Legend of the Overfiend. If I'm being completely honest, thinking about it, like ruminating on it, I'm like, hmm. This might have been a mistake. It might have been a mistake to not include Legend of the Overfiend or its sequel, which is also on fucking YouTube. And here's the thing. The sequel to Legend of the Overfiend, it doesn't get talked about as much, but it is way fucking crazier. It literally starts with a fucking machine the Nazis invented to rape a bunch of women to summon a demon. The fucking Legend of the Overfiend sequel literally starts out off with a rape powered demon summoning machine built by the fucking Nazis. And it gets crazier from there. It is there's a certain beauty to and you know what? If everybody promises to be quiet and not go snitching to fucking Jason, I'll let you in on a little secret. So one of the things most of the things I got for tomorrow's show for a very public spanking tomorrow are 90s schlock anime. Like most of them are from the 90s because that was the peak. Then again, technically one of them is not schlock anime. It's born fucking garbage art house anime. Which to be fair, art house anime isn't inherently fucking bad or awful. Like there's a lot of good fucking art house like Magnetic Rose. That's a good art house anime. Tokyo Godfathers is a good art house anime. A Wind Called Amnesia, not so much. It's fucking. If you ever wondered what a fucking anime made by a Mindum would look like if a Mindum made an anime in like 1989, A Wind Called Amnesia. That's what Amendum would have made. But the one video, the one movie I didn't get. This is why I've been wanting to keep this on the DL. The one thing I didn't get from the 90s is fucking Highlander Search for Vengeance. In my opinion, the best fucking thing in the Highlander franchise. And Jason is a huge Highlander fan. So I don't know if he's actually ever seen the Highlander anime or not. But I can imagine Jason is going to be pleasantly surprised at the Highlander anime. Because if you've never seen Highlander Search for Vengeance, it's made by the same people who did motherfucking Ninja Scroll. The fucking king, the undisputed god emperor of fucking 90s schlock anime, Ninja Scroll. They came back together in like fucking 2004 and made a really fucking kick-ass, fucking visceral Highlander anime. And nobody ever fucking talks about it, and it pisses me the fuck off. To be fair, there's a lot of antinatalist anime out there because, like, a lot of anime has weird antinatalist fucking streaks to it and shit. Oh, Annie on a Moose. I highly recommend. It's on YouTube. It's it's on YouTube. I don't know fucking how. But yeah, like so here's some of the things in Highlander Search for Vengeance. An immortal fight in World War II on fucking planes. I'm not talking about in a plane. Like literally, the two immortals fucking dive bomb each other, jump out of the fucking planes, land on one of the fucking planes, have a fucking sword fight, then the planes crash into a fucking church. You get an immortal beheaded by grenade to the mouth. You get the coolest fucking villain introduction ever. You get a giant fucking mutant cyborg fucking crocodile cannibal fucking immortal man with a motherfucking three-bladed chainsaw sword. You get Nazi spider robots. Like it is it's I can't say enough good things about fucking Highlander Search for Vengeance. Like more people need like if you're a fan of schlock anime or you're a fan of fucking Highlander, like you should check out fucking Search for Vengeance. I think the reason it went under the rug is because it came out in the mid 2000s and people like people weren't really into fucking schlock anime anymore at that point. They were like, nah, we're into fucking like moe shit and fucking harem and like shojin. Like that's all we care about now. We don't care about like hyper violent porn cartoons anymore. But now that's starting to come back around because you got like Devilman Crybaby, which is fucking like most people's fucking most recommended fucking anime to watch this season. Also the fucking also here's the other big advantage to Highlander Search for Vengeance. Doesn't star McLeod. Doesn't fucking have a McLeod in it. I mean, technically, Clan McLeod shows up, but they don't play a huge story part. Like Clan McLeod is more of like a cute little Easter egg, like a wink and a nod, like, haha, like isn't this like look, it's Clan McLeod, like isn't that neat? Haha. Yeah, love Hina. Ugh, the dark days. And to be fair, like schlock anime, it's schlock. It's not the greatest thing. Like I'll be honest, like if you came up to me and you were like, "Hey, do you want to go back to, do you want all anime to just go back to what it was like in the 90s or do you want anime to stay how it is now?" I'd be like, "You know what? I'd like it to stay how it is now, please, cuz I want my Boku no Hero." Yeah, that sadly there is no Christopher Lambert, but you do get a very big who's of fucking mid 2000s voice acting. Like if I remember the fucking dude, like fucking what's his face, fucking is it Nolan North? Is that who fucking? God, I can I. Why am I blanking on the guy who plays fucking Spike Spiegel for fucking goddamn Cowboy Bebop? Like, if I remember, he's a voice. I know Faye Valentine. She's like the love interest, like the chick who played Faye Valentine. Um, I think the villain is fucking. I'm trying to remember who like. It's a big like. You know what? Fuck it. Like I'm on the internet. Why do I do this? Why do I rely on my fucking shitty, fucking chemical addled brain? I have Google for this shit. All I gotta do is like open a window and be like, Highlander search for vengeance cast. Highlander. Ugh. Makes me sad though, where it's like, I just wish more people watched this because it's so fucking good. And it's not like a movie where it's like, oh, you're gonna learn a deep lesson or anything. No, like it is fucking schlock done fucking at its best. And that's the thing, like, there's nothing wrong with schlock. Oh yeah, I forgot. Technically, the guy is a McCloud because he got adopted by Clan McCloud, but he doesn't actually meet up with fucking. Oh yeah, Nolan North. Nolan North is fucking is Marcus Octavius, the villain. He was billed as Zachary Samuels in that movie for some reason. I wonder who played the old fucking. Oh shit, Scott McNeil's in it. I didn't know. Like I'm just looking up the fucking cast now. Main dude though. I'm like, fucking what does you do? What are you Alistair Bell? I feel like I should know that name. Like, oh, he was gefilte fish and what's its sausage party. Oh no, I'm getting too high. I got to cut back on. I've fallen into the reverse trap. Like in trying to suppress fucking sober Matt. High Matt's just fallen off of a cliff. Who did he play in Dragon Ball? Like, oh, it's Klaus Grad in fucking Gundam 00. I remember that. I know. I was fucking thrilled as edible napalm. See again, this is why it would be really good if somebody else showed up here today. This is like, I got nothing. I'm gonna look on. I'm gonna look on fucking IMDb at the cast listing for fucking stupid fucking Highlander Search for Vengeance. Even though it's not stupid, and if you call fucking Highlander Search for Vengeance, I will punch you if you call it stupid. It is, it is the best movie. I scanned down through his entire fucking resume and I still don't know what else this fucker's done. Oh, he's the guy who does Kid Trunks. Okay. Well, he's the guy who did Kid Trunks because, you know, he got fired. He got fired because he can't do the high pitched voice anymore. Man, now I can't wait for tomorrow because now I'm just thinking about like Jason's reactions to fucking shit from Highlander Search for. I'd say it's better. I'd say if we're talking about Highlander Search for Vengeance versus the Return of Captain Invincible, I'd say Highlander Search for Vengeance is better. Because again, it's made by the dudes who made the greatest schlock from the '90s, Ninja Scroll. And I'm not using schlock there as like a fucking derogatory term. I'm using it as a descriptive term for like what kind of cinema it is. Like the Return of Captain Invincible is fun, but hot damn, dude, I just like my favorite scene, and I don't want to spoil again. I don't want to spoil a lot in fucking Search for Vengeance because like it's a fucking great movie. People should see it. But my favorite scene is when like the main character, like Colin, is trying to walk out of the fucking city because he's like, I don't want to have anything to do with any of this fucking shit because I've lived for like fucking 8,000 years. It's like post-apocalypse. That's I fucking forgot the biggest fucking goddamn thing. I forgot the biggest fucking selling point with Highlander Search for Vengeance. It's the post-apocalypse done right in a Highlander movie. Like I can see the guys. I forget the name of the fucking studio and the team, but like I can see the team who made Ninja Scroll looking at Highlander 2 and being like, "We can fucking do this shit right." I would have loved to do Fist of the North Star, but that might get us deep. Then again, nobody probably gives a shit about the Fist of the North Star, like the first Fist of the North Star movie that got dubbed in America. I'd have to fucking check out. I'd have to fucking check who did the dub because there's certain companies where it's like, yeah, nobody gives a shit. Like for example, fucking manga entertainment. Unless you're unless the only thing manga entertainment does that you probably can't get away with fucking I couldn't probably get away with showing on a very public spanking is Ghost in the Shell. Ghost in the Shell is literally the only thing anybody gave a shit that manga entertainment ever fucking released. I mean, at the time, like in the '90s, people loved fucking Mad Bull 34. They loved they loved No wait, no, I forgot. Fucking manga also released fucking goddamn Ninja Scroll as well. So like Ninja Scroll and fucking Ghost in the Shell. Them's the two things. Them's the two things that manga entertainment did that we can never do on a very public spanking because we'd get fucking our asses just obliterated into the ground by flags. or content IDs, not flags. But yeah, pretty much everything else is probably okay because Manga Entertainment was one of those companies where it's like, yeah, all we know is people want anime and we don't know what's fucking good. Garzy's, I think we could probably do Garzy's Wings. The only thing I'm really worried about now is ADV because I recently found out like a lot of ADV's shit got recently bought by somebody. So I'm like, oh. I mean, that's kind of sad. That because that man, ADV again, they were like Manga Entertainment, where they were one of those companies where they were like, we know people want anime, but we don't know exactly what anime people want. So let's just literally license everything we can fucking get a hold of, no matter how cheap or garbage it fucking is. Which is how things like Garzy's Wing came over. Was Appleseed released by manga? Yeah, Elfin lied because I was looking up ADV because I was like, can I do some things from ADV? Because I was like, I probably couldn't get away with every episode of Elfin lied, but I could probably get away with one fucking episode. That would probably be the limit of the gore though for Jason and Scarce. They probably could. You know what's weird? You know what's weird, Geo? Me and some friends in the Discord, in the Napalm Discord, which everybody can join. Like, I forgot to fucking post the link again. I'll post the link. Like, there's the links in other videos. Like, I make it no secret to join the Napalm Discord. But fucking, we were having a discussion about anime that nobody really gives a shit about anymore, and I brought up Elfen Lied because I'm like, I don't think anybody's really cared about Elfen Lied since like the late 2000s. Because like other gore anime has really supplanted it. Like I I guess that was probably it really with it. Is like Elfen Lied was really like the first real kind of non schlock gore anime that really came over to America. Cause like there was always a ton of fucking gore anime in America. I'm gonna show a bunch of it fucking tomorrow. So much gore. Like you know, but yeah, like Elfenlied, I think that I think I finally sussed out the reason why Elfenlied went away because I couldn't put my finger on it at the time we were talking about it the other day. But now a couple of days later, thinking about it again, it's like, well, like atypical gore anime isn't as hard to come by as it used to be. Like if you want to see like really cutesy, moey kind of girls doing really fucked up, brutal, devastating things to each other, like you got your pick. Like if you want something more artsy and kind of heady, go with Made in Abyss. If you want schlock, go with I forget the name of the series, but it's the series where the businessman gets reincarnated as basically magical girl Hitler. Like you want to see some fucked up shit happen to some fucking like cutesy fucking anime characters. Like go ahead, take your pick, have fun. The cup is overrun. I mean, Jason, that's basically what it is. It's basically magical girl Hitler. but she's not really Hitler because it's a weird, like, full metal alchemist logic where it's like, hey, we're in a different universe or dimension or timeline and God's involved. Like that's what happened. Like the Japanese, like, so the businessman gets killed by an employee he fired. And then when he meets God, he's like, I still don't believe in you. Fuck you. Like, it's kind of the only redeeming thing about the character. Stand where it's like, I kind of like that, where he's like, even in the face of oblivion, he's just a fucking thin, angry asshole. I love that. Like, good on him. And so God was like, fine, I'm gonna put you in the worst timeline. And then he like fucking he throws her into to magical girl Hitler, but because he's a fucking ruthless sociopath businessman, he does really well at magical warfare because magical warfare is like a business. It's dumb, but like, yeah, so magical girl Hitler, like, and she genocides like the not magic people and stuff. Basically, she's all about like, to win a war, you cause the most damage. Like that's her brilliant fucking strategy. To be fair, ask any asshole who's ever played a real time strategy game. Like, you didn't come up with a brilliant strategy here, dude. Like, any asshole who's ever played a video game, it's like, yeah, you just make the numbers on our side bigger than the numbers on their side, but if it's a bad number, you want to reduce that number on our side, but increase it on their side. I mean, I'll be honest, like, I'm not a sociopath, but I would probably be just as effective as Magical Girl Hitler. Like, if we were in a war and it was like General Napalm, like, what do you want us to do? It's like, okay, kill the enemy without being killed yourselves. There you go. There's my plan. What do you think? And then everybody's just like, why is he in charge? Where did we go wrong? And it's like he's shown up to every meeting. It's like he got raised in the rank through attendance. He just always shows up first. It's like, oh, he's really attentive, so like, let's make him a corporal, let's make him fucking all of this shit. That's like, oh fuck, he's like an 8-star general now. Like, he's in charge of Earth's defense against the fucking Plutonians because they're really pissed that we call their fucking planet a fucking limp dick fucking dwarf. I don't know if I would. I bet you there's a magical girl Jesus anime out there. I know in Drifters, in anime and manga Drifters, fucking Jesus is the bad guy. Well, he's the main bad guy. Hitler also. Japan likes Hitler in their anime and mangas. Like, if you're doing something about history, like, Hitler's gonna show up. Yeah, I'll be honest, Gio. I would have a lot of fucking questions. Like, I'd be like, does your daughter poop? and peak? Am I gonna have to do all of that shit? I've never had a vagina. I don't know how that shit works. Okay, God, you have to explain to me how your magical girl daughter's pussy works. Like, I'm not gonna be able to take fucking hygienic care of this shit. I don't know any. I don't know nothing about having no babies. Like, how do I keep this shit clean? Like, help. Like, I know the ass part, that's pretty easy. Everybody poops, but like, I mean, yeah, everybody pees technically too, but like, I don't have a vagina. I don't have a fucking vagina to pee out of. Like, I don't know the logistics of that. If God told me that, Jason, like that, like we all do, I'd be like, wait, do you have a vagina? Do you have a God vagina? Like, I would get, like, I wouldn't, I'd never get anything God would want me to do done. I would just have so many fucking questions about being a woman and about being his magical girl daughter. Like, I don't know what to do. I wouldn't know what to do. It's like I was watching cutscenes from like the new Dragon Ball Z game, Dragon Ball Fighter Z, and there's like the big plot point in it is like your character is a soul, and that's how in the story mode, like you get to play as all the different characters and have different endings and stuff. It depends on like where your what body your soul goes into, and one of the routes is Android 18, and like if I was trapped in Android 18's body, I would just be like, I have so many fucking questions. Like, please tell me you didn't eat like a bunch of Mexican last night, because I don't want to deal with that. Like, you say you're an android. Does that mean you don't poop? But you have a baby, so that I don't know. I just have so many. Just it would just like it would blow my. God, now I don't even. This question broke me. Everybody, the question about like what would happen if like I was zapped into magical girl Jesus's body and replaced her consciousness with my own. Yeah, but she can use sensu beans, Jason. She has used sensu beans. Oh, hey, Dame. We're trying to tackle the logistics of what would happen if I was zapped into magical girl Jesus's body, and right now I'm just baffled by all of the like how would I take care of a vagina? Like, I don't know any of that. Like, I'm a man. I don't know anything about doing that stuff. So I'd just be like, God, I don't want to get a horrible septic infection. Help. Like I would just end up badgering God with all of my vagina questions. And then God would probably get tired of me, and then he'd probably zap me out into somebody else's body. I'll be right back. I gotta get some tea because I'm parched. And I am back. Let's see, nobody came. You know, I should throw the link in because this is like more of the. I should really throw the link. Why did I say linky like a fucking baby? Also, I found cigarettes. So yay me. I should throw the link into the fucking very public speaking. That is not the link. Where's the link? On the link, on the link, on the link, on the link. Copy link. Because that's more fishies for the line. Also, yeah, cigarette. So I'm gonna. Yeah. Of course, I grabbed the lighter. That's why do I even have that dead lighter still? I mean, I can see magical girl. No, 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 Dave. This is not the episode of a very public spanking. Although that gives me a little bit of well, no, I can't do it because I still gotta. There's still a couple of fucking I's that need to be dotted and T's that need to be crossed for tomorrow. But I figured out the big technical problem with the last test. I bet you anything, Dame, if Jason or Scarce come in here, they're gonna think it's Saturday and they're gonna be like, I'm sorry I'm late, and I'm like, it's Friday. It's okay. So I need to figure out a better time to start these things. Cause like if I start them too early, nobody shows up. And if I start them too fucking late, nobody shows up. I gotta find a good medium. Maybe I should start them even later. Maybe that'd be the trick. Ugh, I gotta clean my one fingernail. I was cleaning out my bowl and I got a lot of soot under it. I got like a fucking entire half a box of fucking toothpicks down here. Let me go ahead and give this a little scooch. You know, I'd be unacceptable in the 1940s because they were weird. They really liked their fucking fingernails. Then again, thinking back, like I should have brought this up with the fingernail thing and like fingertips and stuff. That was like a really big like thing in like Pulp Fiction was like if somebody was trying to interrogate somebody or something, like they would always like do something fucked up to like either their fingernails or the tips of their fingers. Like early golden age Marvel comics, right? So, like, I'm talking the original Human Torch, like Namor the Submariner when he first popped up, the original Angel, like their villains, and even like some of those heroes, like Angel, who was basically just a pulp hero in a comic book. Like they love their fucking goddamn torture, and like Marvel's preferred fucking method of like torturing somebody was like burning their fingertips with cigarettes. Like Marvel loved that shit in the 1930s and 40s. It was just weird, Dame, that like every one of those videos had something about fucking fingernails. But not toenails. Like if they rolled it up into like just general nail care. Although no, one of those videos did have something about toenails. Thinking about it, a lot of those fucking 1940s health PSAs and shit, a lot of them just focused on really, honestly, superficial hygiene. Like, it didn't really get into fucking in depth stuff. You gotta go out, Casey? 1 second, Casey. I gotta go out. I gotta go out. Good idea to go out now before it gets too dark. And before them whole cats come back. By the way, that's one thing pot has ruined me for me. Well, not really ruined for me, but ruined me with fucking. Every time I smell a fucking skunk, I'm like, that smells delicious. I wish I could smoke it. Because, really good weed fucking reeks. The better the weed, the worse it smells. It's like cheese almost. I'm not joking. The best weed, the the fucking mountaintop, the peak of my pot going experience. That weed smelt like straight up baby shit. Like, if you've ever been around a baby and you know what baby shit smells like, it smelt exactly like that fucking smell. But it fucking just blew my mind. It's also made me really love the smell of fucking diesel. Like, weed has made me like a lot of really fucking weird, disgusting smells. Because there's been like fucking skunks bebopping around because the weather here in Virginia is fucked. Like, 1 week it'll be fucking below freezing, the next week it'll be in the fucking upper to mid fucking 60s. Weather is fucking broke. Yeah, fucking. Like, I went outside and like to get my dog one night, and I just smelled the skunk, and I stayed out there in the fucking cold for like 15 minutes, just like, mmm, mmm. Sorry, I just took a hit. That was a good one. That was like a mind. This weed I got right now is pretty good. Like, it's not the stinkiest, but it's pretty. It's the best I've had in a while. I hear my dog barking out there. I hope it's not the skunk. You know it's illegal to have a pet skunk in Virginia, even if it's distinct. Oh, she's back at the door. And I don't smell skunk on you, so you didn't fuck with them. Good job. A plus. A plus plus all around. Man, like fucking, I'm just reminiscing about like just fucking like weed of yore. I'd love to go back in time to the '60s and fucking like with like a fucking quarter ounce of like the fucking shit we have now and be like, you think that garbage is great? Here, motherfuckers, blow your mind on this shit. I'd be able to get so many fucking hippies in the sack with my weed. I'd be like weed ras. Why have I always just focused on fucking like killing Hitler with my fucking time machine ambitions? Like, why has this never occurred to me until fucking right now? Like, I could be a fucking goddamn hippie god, just fucking taking drugs from now back into the fucking 60s, selling that shit. God, I really want to be a fucking I really want to be a time traveling fucking drug smuggler now. Like taking the good shit we got now and taking it back to the fucking 60s. I mean, yeah, they were getting tie stick and stuff, but like everything else was fucking garbage. And even tie stick compared to fucking like we have today, like fucking Diesel or Kush or White Russian or like a lot of the big strains we have today, like Tide Stick isn't all that great. But yeah, go back in time with like, hey assholes, here's some fucking White Russian. Here's some White Russian seeds. Fucking grow that shit. Or you just go back in time and tell the assholes how to actually grow fucking pot right. Cause that was the big that was like a bigger problem with the fucking back then than anything. Is like they didn't get the fucking growing shit down to a science yet like we did now. But yeah, going back to like also I forget if back then they still didn't know about like the crystals and stuff. I assume they would have to, cause like hash was big back then, and you have to fucking. I mean, to be fair, it depends on what kind of hash you're making. Like if you're making like the black fucking, if you're making like the really fucking like just fucking shit into fucking like rubbing alcohol or fucking butane or something, and then waiting fucking good shit leaches out. Like you probably don't really need to know about like hey, like it's not really the plant itself, it's the crystals on the plant that gets you the highest. Because yeah, if you're making hash oil, you don't really need to know about like fucking about like crystals and shit. But if you're making like if you want to like press keef and shit, like if you want to do like pressed hash, you have to know more about like fucking like okay, this is what I want and this is what I don't want. I don't want any of like the leafy green shit because that's gonna drop the quality of of the hash in the end. Like you want as pure crystals as you can get. I wonder when growing became as organized. I guess probably the 80s cuz like most businesses and shit like things became a lot less fun in the 80s. It became like the drug, you know, scratching my tummy. Yeah, distracted, sorry. But yeah, I think I think it would probably be the '80s when they start figuring out like, oh, weed. If you take like the modicum of fucking care in growing weed, it ups the quality substantially. Like all you gotta really do with weed is like fucking just fucking grow it decently, give it enough sunlight, give it good soul, make sure it's parasite free because oh boy, fucking you think with the amount of fucking crystals and shit people grow like with fucking weed and shit, you think weed would have a good fucking like natural defense against predators and shit because it's a very resinous plant and shit. Nope. Weed weed is a fucking weed is basically the fucking domestic cow of fucking plants. I mean, that's kind of not true though, because like if humans went extinct and fucking and like weed would probably still fucking like thrive in the wild versus fucking cows and shit, but weed would go. Weed would fucking really fucking. Weed would. You know what? Weed is the domestic pig of fucking drugs. Because like within a couple of generations, fucking like cultivated weed would just regress into its fucking more wild state, so it'd become more and more like hemp. I hope Virginia does something soon. Because every other fucking state around us is basically at this rate gonna legalize before us. So it's like, hey, assholes, can you do this finally? Do you want to be the one fucking floating island of fucking the not cool guy? I mean, fucking West Virginia's West fucking Virginia beat us to this shit. West Virginia, where you can be a fucking former Klansman and get a fucking goddamn senator. I mean, not get a senator, be a senator. Ugh, it bums me out sometimes. But at the same time, like that's like rolling forward. Like you can't stop it. That genie's already out. Like pot legalization's coming sooner or later. I don't think anybody else is gonna show up, so I'm gonna end this. This isn't gonna be a super long Fridays thingy. I'm gonna go over to the Napalm Cool Cucumber Discord. I'm pretty sure everybody's like again, like I'm not like fucking I'm not a prude with the fucking Discord link. Like you look around on this channel and like if you really want to find the Discord link, it's on this channel. Like so yeah, everybody. I ain't got no final words, so see ya.